Hey, Roberto Monaco here with a Kyle Speaking Company. And today I have the social media sensation, Dr. Stephen Baker. What's up, my brother?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Good seeing you.
Good to see you. I'm so happy to hear Dr. Baker. He's going to be delivering an amazing talk coming up, an amazing event coming up in July. I'm actually going to share the page here real quick because this event is going to be so unique. It's going to be in Lansing, Michigan. It's called, and by the way, on the description below here, you have information about the event. It's called Christ Center Chiropractic event. We're going to have a healing summit. It's going to be in Lansing, Michigan, July 15th to the 17th. And you're going to have some amazing speakers for 2 days, interaction. You're going to have Dr. Rob Schiffman. You're going to have Dr. Ben Lerner. You're going to have this guy with an accent from South Carolina. You're going to have Dr. Matt Paymer, and then you're going to have Dr. Stephen Baker, which we have the pleasure to be here today. We're going to talk about all his impact he's doing. He has massive influence. And Dr. Ray Omid and Pastor Dave. So it's going to be an amazing event. If you want to get dipped into chiropractic, elevate your communication skills, your influence, your passion, your charisma, your marketing, join us on the description below here. There's information for the seminar. Dr. Baker, my brother, I remember a couple months ago, I was watching one of your videos with my wife. Man, you had thousands of comments, right, during COVID. And I was reading your bio today, and I noticed that some of these platforms, they're deleting your videos, huh? What's going on with that?
I don't know, man. I just keeps popping up. Next thing you know, there's another platform. YouTube, what they called me exactly was an extreme violator and a threat to their community, Roberto. So I'm a dangerous man when it comes to social media, talking about vaccines, coronavirus, anything else.
Oh man! So what is in your heart? Because I know the chiropractic community loves you. Your patients loves you. And by the way, feel free to put the comments here if you know Dr. Baker. And so what is in your heart nowadays, man? Talk to me about how you're helping people in your community in Idaho, I believe. How you're helping people, how you're healing people. So what has been the impact of your message in your community right now?
Well, you know, one of the things that every single day, if we're open to it and we actually, if we receive it, we see miracles on the table all the time. Just yesterday, we had a lady, she told me that she had a scan about 6 months before starting care, and there was a lump in her lung. And the doctors told her, well, there's nothing we can do besides watch it and eventually do surgery. Well, she's been under care for about 4 months, went back in for a scan, and they say, I don't know what happened, but there's no lump there anymore. And so one of the things that I want to talk about when I speak on stage is all you do is move a bone. And what I mean by that is it's two things. All I have to do is move a bone. That's the beauty of this. I literally find the right area, I move a bone, and I step back and watch amazing happen. And people are healing from things that medical doctors, I mean, the things that happen every day in our office would be considered a medical miracle, and they have no way to explain that. And so they say, well, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. But that's a standard for those of us who are chiropractors who have God in the center of our practice and understand where healing comes from. And then the other flip side of that is not all you do is move a bone, right? Moving a bone is easy. That's the part that you just watch it. But when you speak life into people and you pour into people, you start to change them. And when they walk in your office, without you even touching them, they start feeling different. That's how you know that what you're saying is making a difference. And then when you start having people coming to you from different states and different towns and different countries for your care, the message is starting to get out to where people are recognizing it. And when you're real and pure with it, people want to hear that.
You know, something that was very impressive, that I was following social media, videos of popping up, thousands and thousands of views, not one, several. And what for you, what is that burning desire? because obviously you're already successful, you already have a great practice, you don't have to put yourself out there. So what is that burning desire to go and advocate for people, to advocate for health? What is it for you? What is the drive?
I can't stand lies. Like it drives me nuts to know something like the coronavirus. Like people are so like scared and they have such absolute ignorance. I'm not saying that to be mean to the average person, but they've been so brainwashed and we've been trained to stare at our phone and just listen to whatever it says. And that's the reason why they don't want me and other people like me on these platforms, because people look and they listen and that's where they get their information. But it something stirs in me and it drives me crazy when people think that they have to vaccinate their kids or they have to wear a mask or they have to get the coronavirus shot. And so I guess I just have something in me that I'm not willing to step back and just let that happen to people. And if God's given me the ability to articulate things so that people understand them, I can make them easy and they're fun to watch, they're engaging, then I got to use that ability.
For sure, 100%, and you do have the ability. So what are you going to be talking about during the summit coming up?
Well, just back to that, I just want to get chiropractors, and I know that everybody that's going to be there sees the same miracles I see and probably even more than I get to see. But every time that I go to one of these seminars, my favorite part is watching somebody just go back to the wow factor of chiropractic. And again, what I'm talking about is all we do is move a bone, but not all we do is move a bone. And so ultimately, I want people sitting there, they're listening to me speak, getting excited. Like, I can't wait to go back and just put my hands on somebody and be able to adjust that person and know what happens. Because sometimes what happens in practice, I get stuck in the mechanics of it. I get stuck in the monotony. I get stuck in the business part or all this other crap. And all of a sudden I'm just moving bones. And but as soon as I reflect on that, change my perspective and realize I'm not just moving a bone, I'm turning on life and watching those results. Then the cool thing that happens there is the results change. You guys, some chiropractors watching this, you've been there, you've gone through a couple weeks, couple months where it seems like all you're seeing is back pain getting better. But then you realize that that's because that's where your mindset's at. And when you shift that, you start seeing the cancer go away, the kid's not wetting the bed anymore, the depression that was there for 20 years is gone, that kind of thing.
That's incredible. What has been one of the biggest lessons for you through this process of increasing your messaging to elevating your level of influence, to elevating your level of leadership? What has been one of the biggest lessons that was a positive lesson for you?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for your work. I really appreciate you, man. And I'm not saying that lightly. I've been to 2 of your seminars.
I appreciate that, buddy.
Made a big difference for me. When I step in front of a room, whether it's a workshop for my own people or it's out in the community, my ability to speak and deliver that message was made way better by your seminars and your work. And so super, super excited. I'm bringing my associate doctor to the seminar. I'm going to send him to one of your seminars. And I'm just saying that because I'm truly pumped that you're going to be there teaching. And it's made a huge difference for me. And to answer your question, you don't just move a bone. If you can't talk and you can't deliver chiropractic, you could be the best adjuster of all time. And if you're not actually articulating that, A, people probably aren't starting care or staying under care. B, they're not sharing that message with their friends. And you don't have a ton of referrals coming in because no one knows how to explain chiropractic because you never explained chiropractic.
I appreciate that. I agree. You got to adjust their minds too. As you're going through this exponential growth, your social media, the followers, obviously you get a lot of patients, but then you get some haters or people who don't agree with your message. Obviously, how do you deal with that? Because a lot of people, sometimes they don't want to communicate because they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with the negative stuff or comments. Or how do you personally deal with that?
Well, you got to get thicker skin. And in the beginning, it bothered me a little bit. Like in the beginning, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I mean, there was people that would say mean things, man. Like, I hope your kids die from not getting vaccinated. Go F yourself. You're a quack, stuff like that. But you got to realize that those people are just bitter on the inside because their life probably sucks. So you move on from that. But for a long time, my wife would literally comb through every comment, and we probably had to ban, delete 300 people. But what happened was, because I didn't back down and because I was willing to deliver it unwatered down and just rip it, we started to develop this tribe and this following. And so now, like, I literally have, if someone says something mean to me, I have to quickly go in and tell. Now it's different. Now I have to go in and tell my people, don't tear them apart. Take it easy on them. Be nice. Remember, we're trying to help them, because they will get shredded in a matter of minutes. So the cool thing is, it's gone from massive attack to no one's really willing to try to attack me, because they know that either I'm just going to shut them down with being really nice or give them some research to back up my point, or my crew is just going to tear them a new one, and then it's game over anyways.
That's funny, man. I never heard that before. I love that. And what is the vibe, the energy in your practice now, as far as once you educate them, once they saw you educating people on social media, what is the culture that you created the vibe you created in your practice?
Well, my practice has been a Holy Spirit filled practice from day one. And there's always been a focus on atmosphere, because I don't care whether it's too hot, too cold, music's too loud, TV's too loud, or people are sitting there on the phones, there has to be a specific certain atmosphere in your office if you want healing to happen from the time they walk in the door. That's been a focus for over 10 years. But the funny thing is, Roberto, I'm the same guy that I've been over the last 10 years. People just think I'm cooler now because I'm on their phone. And so people come in like I'm some sort of like, they're like, you're Dr. Baker. I'm like, I was the same dude 4 years ago. My adjustments are no better. I just talk on camera more.
Yeah.
I think that's been the coolest thing is, as I continue to reach more people, I mean, I think I don't think there's a more humbling and fulfilling thing than when someone literally 2 weeks ago, a woman, it was her and her husband's anniversary, and you know what she asked for an anniversary present? She wanted to fly to Idaho for chiropractic care.
Wow, bro, I have chills right now. That's killer. I have goosebumps. That's killer.
Husband and wife bring their 5 kids, and a family of 7 flies from Arizona to Idaho, stays for 3 days. We do 3 days of intensive care, showed them around town, like they had a great time. And I mean, that just doesn't happen unless you're getting on camera and getting the message out.
Dude, that is amazing. Congratulations, brother. It means
Thank
so
you.
much. I appreciate that so much for sharing that. So Dr. Baker is going to deliver a powerful talk at the C3 event coming up in Lansing. There's information here, and I can't wait to give you a hug, buddy, and to see you live in Michigan coming up in July.
Looking forward to it, man. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, thanks so much, guys. All right, go and register for the event. There's a link below. Adios, everybody.